Blizzard.
The Leon Creative is here first.
Blizzard.
Fox behind the tree just claimed second.
Oh, and Fox, I don't know why I typed that. Yeah. Just could have said it, but because I didn't have the mic on me. But, it's like, Lion, hello.
Emotional damage.
Judge Dave requests a dad joke.
Oh, okie dokie there, artichokes, eh? Here we go again. Don't you know? So, there we go. There we go, and what? We got to get a dad joke. If a child refuses to sleep during nap time, are they guilty of resisting arrest? What's up, sweetie? Do not. My God. What is your deal this at? What? Why are you like this right now? Hello. Hello. Trying something slightly different. I'm going back to the gray mat. Just for a little bit. See if I like it a little bit better for color balancing. I think it'll be nicer. I think sometimes the Reaper mat was just a little too shiny at times, so. A little bit easier. But yeah, we're gonna work on our duder here. And you started sculpting again. Congratulations, Lion. What's going to be your first sculpt? Is it going to be for a board game? Can I help you, little Messy? Is there something you need right now? Oh, great. How are you? Thank you for the streak. What's up? Hey. Hey. I don't know what your deal is, but you woke up in the pure violent mode, and I'm not quite sure why. Can I have like some peace and quiet while I paint? Ah, I don't think it's that odd. I think they'll come back. Can I help you? Can I help you? God, son of a biscuit. Off, 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 off. Off. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now we know why we don't use the wet palette with this, is she dug her claws in. Now I gotta find what I did with the figure. What did I do with the figure? Where did it go? Yep. At least this time, it went into the wet palette. So that's nice. That's nice. I'm going to start using the squirt bottle and keep you off my desk. Oh. The problem is, Judge, is she was trying to do something she's not supposed to be doing. And that kind of behavior is not going to be tolerated for much longer. It's like, seriously. I was petting you, I was engaging with you, and I was trying to get this, is what I was trying to get, so I could set the figure down. So I could give her the attention she wanted, but she started to bite at my hand because it went underneath her arm. That's why she got spooked, and she dug her claws in. Of course, when she digs her claws in, caught on the mat, and then the mat spilled and tipped and went everywhere underneath the wet palette. So, drives me absolutely crazy what she does sometimes. Like, it's not the day I want to be having. She was kind of chill most of the day, kind of relaxed most of the day. All right, and now all of a sudden it's like the psychotics. We must have them right now, right here. And I'm like, but painting. A beauty. Oh, yeah. I even brushed her today as well. I had a gap and a lull in work, and I'm just like, okay, I'll brush for you. And she's like, oh, excuse me. Let me be the problem child now. Okay, thank you. Bath, brush, hair trim. Oh, yeah. Get all them sweet trimmings going on. Oh, my God. It's even sad as I turned on the red dot for her in the other room. She didn't want to play with it then. Now she's like, oh, let me go play with that. It's like, son of a biscuit. So it's just, it's not the start of stream that I wanted to have. Just wanted to be chill. Just want to be chill. Before we get all of the paints out, just in case it happens again, we're only going to work with what we need right now. Super serious question. Go for it. I have a super serious answer. I never enjoyed them. I'll be honest. I never really enjoyed them. Welcome back, KT. Katra decided she wanted to dump my paint water after she sprawled herself out on my mat, and I was trying to get something underneath her, and she's like, "Oh, excuse me, you're attacking me." It's not attacking her. She's trying to get something so I could pet her and give her the attention she wanted so she could leave in peace. And she was like, "No." Yeah. We're working on some stuff right now, Duty. We're working on some stuff. We had a pretty rough start. All right. Pretty rough start. I mean, or the more fun option of peeps jousting. I would like to reiterate that that is not a PG activity sometimes, to have peeps joust. I mean, the idea of it sounds fine. Like, you handed me a peep and like, here's a piece of candy because you seem like you're hungry. I don't know. I'm not going to kick. I'm definitely not going to say, oh, I'll starve. It's just, they weren't my favorite. Like, if I'm going to consume the sugar, I'm going to go for like a Reese's peanut butter cup, personally. You put toothpicks in them and you see which one. That just seems like an excessive long, a way to make a big old mess for somebody. And then be like, I don't know, the peeps did it. I mean, there's only me, though. So Catra's definitely not going to clean it up unless I put something in there like that she would want to lick up. But then I don't, be questionable. Because I mean, when it's just you, it's just you. Thank you for the stretch. Give me a second. So, oh, stream streak is almost as old as me, eh, lass? 85 streams. 85 streams at 3 streams a week. Or, no, 5 streams a week. How many weeks has KT been watching? Thank you for the stream streak, Hootie. I saw you. I did paint one dwarf. I don't think the redeems come off of cooldown, so I will not probably be painting one this Friday. I mean, Hootie, you be old too. I mean, we've established that you're part of, you were there when Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings. When Tolkien wanted to write a dwarf, he just called Hootie and said, "Hey, I need a crotchety old man to be dumb. Come be that person for me, all right?" How old is Boney? Like 200? Like, is he like a white wizard? Or is he like a gray wizard? Old. Okay. All right. Next time I see Rizmaster, I'll be sure to pass along. Everyone says you're old. Were you there when we wrote the first magics? Or the second magics? So, next month is my stream anniversary. I have set aside 314. I like pie. Pie is a fun time. For said stream, I was thinking about turning on the face cam and actually like organizing my camera so it would be on there just for the 1 year anniversary for Twitch. And me and Boney, need to have a gray off. All right. I feel like we need to have a gray off. Face reveal, let's go. Jay shows up for that. All right. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to organize it in my mess of stuff. Yeah. Jay's to face, Jay, not Canada. Also, I'm sorry you guys lost at hockey. Yeah. Catcher did one of these. And I was like, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's really great when the cat in the water accident happens. Like, oh, cool, thanks. That's what I needed tonight. That's what I needed today. And y'all cheated at Rock on Ice Sport. I mean, didn't you help write the rules for curling, Hootie? I mean, wasn't curling just a Scottish way to learn how to, slide something across the yard? Or am I thinking of the pole throwing one? I know you're from New Jersey. You're one of those New Jerseyans that relocated to Florida. So, question, actual question. Are you in Florida because you're ex-mob? Did you know a guy? See, I've heard so many conflicting stories though, Rudy. You've mentioned New York, and I know we've talked about New York because you've never had Korean barbecue and you've never done hibachi because you had that fine New York cuisine. You got you a chopped cheese sandwich or something. Or you went down to the pizzeria and got you a slice. Yeah. As I was on that little rant, um, worst accent in my mind. Did I ever tell you the story, KT, about how I met somebody that did nothing but voice coaching? And they specifically worked with kids in Boston because of their accent. Yeah, so once upon a time, through my travels of the world, I ran across somebody and got to know someone that did a voice coaching and training to help get people to be de-accented. Um, because there was a lot of studies that linked intelligence to speech, and specifically how to get people from Boston or Boston to be taken seriously in the workforce. So while New Jersey may be the worst accent, we tend to make fun of those from Boston more. Yeah, it's great. Like I didn't realize that, but they're like, yeah, we had to go through that because when you meet somebody from Boston, what's the first thing you do? You ask them how to pronounce things. I mean, you're not wrong. Massholes. I forget whose whose stream chat I was in, and somebody's like, "Oh, the worst drivers ever." Blah blah blah. I was like, "From massholes." From Boston to so they went from one of the worst accented areas to one that you can barely figure out how many syllables are in a word from when someone speaks. When they go from Louisville, Kentucky, and you're like, how do you? It's Louisville, not Louisville. Come on, Reba, use more syllables, please. Hmm. One of my previous partners' family was from Louisville, Kentucky. I mean, thank you for the 10 stream streak, Jay. I mean, I'm reminded that I'm from the Midwest sometimes, depending on who I talk to. They're like, you talk so fast. I'm like, I don't really, but okay. Oh, so Hootie wants to talk with. Now Hootie wants to chat. Okay. Hold on. Let me spread some Agrax Earthshade here in a second, Hootie. And I'll give you an apology. I'll give you an apology in a second. Oh, I've got one. I've got one ready. KT. I've got one ready. I've got one. I just want to slap some of this good old Agrax Earthshade down. Oh boy. Katra? No. You can hang out over there, sweetie. No. Thank you. Okay. Let me close the lid to the Agrax Earthshade. Because we're getting to the end of our bottle here. And now is trouble. All right. All right. While this dries, I'm going to shake up my other paints to get them ready. Hootie. Hootie, my buddy. Hootie, my friend. O Lord of the Dwarven Copters and all things dwarf, masters of the chaos, great Italian friend-finding fiend. I'm sorry I said you're from New York, or New Jersey. I know you're from New York now. I tried. It's okay. We all know you went to Florida because you can't handle the cold. You know, it's just a little too frozen up there for you. It's okay. We won't judge you too much. I'm sorry. You have a great day. And we can get some Red Baron pizza. Oh, it's not that bad, Hootie. Not that bad. It's not like I pay you to come here. It's not like your job where it's like we're gonna find the most awkward way to thank you by throwing a pizza party. And then we're gonna thank everybody around you for your amazing job. Well, more than likely on Saturday we'll paint a dwarf and he'll be okay. Now, what dwarf we paint we'll leave up to the dice gods. We'll leave the dwarven painting up to the gods of the dice. Yeah, last dwarf I paid. But that's because that's what the dice roll was. That was the dice roll. It's a random roll of 7, and depending on which one it is, will determine which one we paint. So if we get a different roll, it'll be a different one. And then as we complete more of them, we'll move on to something else. This is like, oh, it's going in the book. Okay. 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 I've made it to Hootie's enemy list. I think I've accomplished my life as. Oh, yeah, I did the tour. I did the dad joke for Church Day. I did do it. Thought I forgot about it. We will redeem our honor at some point, and Hootie will potentially forgive me a little less. They keep a book of grudges. Yeah. And then when they find somebody that they're in grudge with, you get an extra Sheets, Bongo. What's against Sheets? What's wrong with Sheets? They have the best gummy bears. For gas station gummy bears, they're pretty solid. That's pretty solid roller food there as well. Um, Hootie, that's who doesn't live at Sheets. Oh, Hootie. You send me. Yeah, if you want Christmas cards, Hootie, you have to send your address. Oh, now So I've heard rumor that KT is like, I'm going to send one item. And then she finds the biggest box that she can find and goes, you know what? I need to fill this box. So you may get the one item Christmas card, Hootie. Or you may get a lot of other stuff. Or you get the KT was on Temu again box. It's not KT. It's not KT Luhu. It's KTmu Luhu. Yeah, you dwarven hoe. Why do you gotta complain so much? Now here we are trying to make sure that you're included in the shenanigans, and our little dwarven friend wants to no please to the KT Timulu. I mean, I understand that. I I work to not buy the things from Amazon as well to separate myself from that stuff because I don't need all of what I order. I just like today I was like, oh, I have some downtime with work, so I'm going to find the glue producing gun that I have in my house. I got the cleaned out one part of a closet and got my other craft box and brought it upstairs to my craft room proper. I mean, if gift giving is the way that you like to feel happy, so my one of my bosses explained this to me one time and said personal finance is a joke because most people will find a way to justify spending for themselves, right? Like I don't need a dwarven box of GW miniatures. Do I want a box of GW dwarven miniatures? Also no. But it might reduce the total number of grudge points that Hootie has against me if I gave said box to him. Be safe, Shay. Uh, so I mean, there is that kind of conversation, right? Yeah. Now, ordering things from Temu, while you know it can be wildly inexpensive, right? So and I still need to find some bright steel. What kind of bright steel are you looking for? You looking for like the Vallejo bright steel? You looking for Oh, Derp offered him some and he didn't take it? Why do you gotta reject the gifts that are offered to you, Booty? Previous is Derp on your. Did Derp make it in your little notebook? Hootie hates receiving gifts. I mean, I can understand that. Like, are we talking Sheldon Cooper hating receiving gifts, where if you receive a gift, you feel uncomfortable because you have to reciprocate the gift? I mean, Hootie, Hootie, Hootie. KT sent up the signs for Gondor, asked the dwarves to come assist, and Hootie's like, nah, bro. No, bro. Do you have personal notifications turned off or all notifications turned off? See, I feel like personal Discord messages are different because I feel like that's a Hootie problem. Well, then why are you upset when they all left? How else are we supposed to annoy Hootie? Yeah, you can turn off and on specific ones. I have a lot of all of my notifications muted except for personal ones, which sometimes is really great when you're in Hollow Knight or you're playing a video game and you're like trying to think about something really quick and then all of a sudden you just get blasted in your ear because Discord's notification sounds set to like 10,000 instead of like normal volumes. What was for dinner? What was for dinner? Pork loin and baked potato. I have tri-tip tomorrow. Baked potato. KT is set to a normal. She's set to a regular. And Nightbot's not so aggressive towards regulars. Well, it's because Hootie, I get you. Well, no, it's just the way that the rules are set within Nightbot Anti is that anybody that's not set to a regular role is subjective to the word filter to avoid people coming in and spamming. I set it back up to be super aggressive because I looked over at chat one day and it was nothing but that going on. So, as I like, you're obviously in the regular list because that's what it passed you. It didn't block your word there. The reason is just that one day was like, hey man, this is too much right now. Like everything was just every other statement was a swear word, frustration, anger, annoyance, and I'm like, nope, not here for it. Not here for it. It's not the kind of place I want to be at right now. So I turned it back on and said, no more. Um, Good evening, Kristen. How are you? Who did what bit? Oh, edible time. Oh, someone ain't got to go to work on Friday. For Thursday. Tomorrow is Thursday. Holy cow. That's the day I had. I know. I just realized it when I was saying it, KT. I was like, wait, today cannot be Thursday because I do not stream on Thursdays. I stream on Wednesdays and Fridays. Today is Wednesday. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm done with this dude. Just need to dry brush his base up a little bit and we'll be good. Oh, Carla, I got you. Oh, George, yeah, that skit, George Carlin. 7 things you can't say on TV, which was a hilarious skit at the time. It's just some things you realize you don't want or need. Uh, where did my brush go? Because that was the other thing she was trying to steal from me earlier too, was my brush. Oops. Nailed it first try. We'll probably just paint the base of this up, or we'll start working on her and seeing where we get, or them. The thems. Marker would be great. I don't know one, so. But on these larger ones, it seems to go pretty quick. I just hate doing it on smaller ones. Duke's being super awesome today. Do-do-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right, we're back to live. Thank you for the stretch, Frankenstein. How are you, friendo? How fares your day? Hi, guy. We had an incident with Katra earlier where she's like, I'm going to help you. I'm like, please don't. She's like, you're getting it whether you like it or not. I'm like, okay. Knocked over my paint cup. Well, I tried to get her off the table because I was trying to get something underneath her, and she was like, you were attacking me, therefore I must attack back. I'm like, okay, thank you. What are they mailing? Really? Ugh. Ugh. Okay. That doesn't sound appetizing at all. I do need to find a reference photo for this first. Thank you. All right. Let me save this really quick because it's unnecessarily complicated amounts of time to get. This begins to become our reference photo right there. So that is kind of a gray browns. Yeah, warm gray is what it is. It's kind of why I was leaning on the Zorn palette when I was painting them up a lot more. So the cloak, I think I'll do in the same black ochre that I was using and kind of make it match up with what was on our Mad Pumpkin here. Just going a little different. And then the skin tone. Yeah, I don't own any of that, so. Like the chainmail coif up there has some red that'll need to be blended in. But it's like a lot of warm grays and browns. And then this and this kind of match up with each other. So yeah. One of the reasons why I was like, maybe we can knock it out. Gray spectrum. And the gray spectrum. More like that. A little bit grayer. Mm. Bum, bum, bum. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. I think I'll stick to pure Roker black. Dun-dun-dun. But the ADHD went all the way. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting the idea laid out. Oh, is my buddy Hootie out there? My buddy Hootie still out there? Smithereen! How are you, Smithereen? Smaller. I'm doing better. I'm doing better. On a scale of 1 to 10, today was not a 10, but it wasn't quite a 1. And now, and then there was a small mishap at the beginning of stream with Katro. So we've recovered. We kind of finished our Mad Pumpkin up. And now we work on the Demi Human Queen with warm grays and browns while utilizing something close to a Zorn palette. Were you here on Monday when I told this story about the Juju? Just out of curiosity. So Monday I had a power flip. And when the power flipped, I was like, okay, power flipped maybe an hour before it comes back, maybe not be an hour. I'm going to take this opportunity and run over to Costco and spend my reward point check that I got from them to buy potentially an Instapot and another battery backup for downstairs to put on the motor. So in case I get like a small little power flip, more than likely I won't lose it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty, I've got my plan. I know what I need to do. It's Monday afternoon on to Costco. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Get in, get out. Get into Costco, scan my card. There's no issues. Have my reward point check, all of that. Walk around Costco really quick looking for the Instapot. They don't have an Instapot, but they have the battery backup. Pick up that, pick up another thing, and then pick up like some snacks. I like the little trail mix bags. Like the little snack packy things. They're so tasty. Like after I'm done with stream, I can pop them. Great. Good job. They kind of itch that sweet tooth, but they're not fully sweet. Great job. So I go and I'm checking out, and the guy, I don't know, wasn't there all the way. Like he is like, you know what? I'm not gonna not do my job, but I'm not gonna not do my job either. Kind of deal. I go to check out, I hand him the stuff, check out no problems. He takes the reward point check, not an issue. He's obviously flustered about something, or there's something going on in his life, and it's just not jiving right now, right? So the way it works at Costco is that if you spend under your reward points rebate certificate or whatever, they typically give you the under in cash. So like if you don't spend all of it, you'll get it in cash. But if you spend over it, it's like oh, okay, I'll just whip out the credit card and finish spending the rest. It's okay. I he like looks at the wrong line, or he's just like he's literally not there for something, and counts out what the order was, which was like $211, and this reward point check's like 270, right? Um, and he hands me the cash, right? There's a part of me that says I could take this free and clear and walk out of here, right? Like I'm under no obligation to say, hey, you gave me incorrect change. Right. But I don't want the bad juju. I don't want the bad juju. So I say something, I'm like, hey, are you sure that's correct? Right. And he just in and out of his mind, man. Just like in and out, don't care. It's just whatever. And I'm like, seriously? Like a part of my brain's like, really? Like, no, hey, thank you. Like, just nothing. Okay, I guess that's how we would do this now. That's fine. So, I'd like some of that good juju. Yeah, yeah, just out of sight, out of mind. I mean, even from Costco, it's like it. So I found that really funny, and your story when you said that, it reminded me of that. Because like I get out of Costco and I get in the car and like I record a Snapchat and send it to somebody. I'm like, hey, I know I'm not supposed to get like instant karma for this, but I feel like at some point you should get some amount of small validation, right? That's way too much ochre. It's too much ochre. Probably just should have gone with white. I wanted to build up some texture. Well, this mini will probably live in a box. It's a great opportunity to just still build practices and good habits. But yeah, and it's like seriously, it's just weird to me, and it's like I get it, but at the same time, it's like seriously, dude. No, not angry at anybody. It's just it's one of those karma events where you do the thing to the expectation of you do positive things in the hopes that the positivity feeds into something in the future. And at the time, like something small sometimes leads to something larger. But this was kind of like a neutral, I'm going to drop it conversation with this guy. And it's like, why? Right. Also, there is some amount of retribution karma to me because the unit downstairs has a mute function for the buzzer, whereas the unit upstairs does not. And essentially, yes. And it's like, people often joke, they're like, oh, kindness costs nothing. But then somebody will turn around and ask, how much does it cost to be an asshole? And it's the same price, it's just how you're perceived after that changes the cost, right? Like I was having a really bad day at work. Like I'm just not having stuff right now with work because it's stressful, it's unfun, it's not jiving right now with me. And it's just finding new and interesting ways to be like, you know what? Screw this. Yeah. You always choose the option to be kind because you never know what's going to come back at you, right? A long time ago, my dad was loading a roll of like chicken wire or something close to chicken wire. May not have been chicken wire. It wasn't chicken wire, I know that, but it was something in the same vein, which is a bunch of essentially rolled steel fencing sort of deal. Um, the this particular place in question would actually go out and physically use metal straps and secure the load to the trailer because they've had enough accidental roll-offs because a driver did not secure the load properly that it cost them money or it cost them some kind of reputation, so they did it. And my dad was sitting there, he's like, you guys are crazy with this stuff. He goes, dude, I have no idea who's coming around that corner. It could be my wife and kids. And all I need is one driver not paying attention, does something stupid, and the next thing I know, I don't have a wife and kids anymore. And it took me a number of years to, like think about, like actually place why that was so important is that it's not pride in your work. It's the pride that it's not going to harm somebody. And it's the pride of you've treated it with like respect, right? I don't have to be like service workers. Yes, it's a terrible job. Everybody's shitty, but it's not always the right solution to be shitty back. Like, I literally avoid Home Depot like the Black Plague when I don't need flooring things. Because the person that I had to deal with at Home Depot was that crappy. I don't go back into that store. That's how bad the juju was from somebody one day. See, Family Dollar, I set a lower bar for it because I go in there and I buy like cheap stuff from there or like hobby supplies. But you're right, is that you have like that really rude cashier and you're just like, every time I come in here, it's like an experience of frustration. And it's like, why are you guys like this? Right? When did the whole world become the DMV? Spoiler alert, Smithereen. It's always been the DMV. Um, yeah. But I mean, and you're like, I'm never going to walk into that store. And it messes with, like, everybody has the same juju effect, right? Like, I was talking about my unfriendly local game store last time on stream and how weird it can be. And, like, somebody's like, wow, they sound really bad. And it's like, yeah, it's really hard to justify walking in there and spending money when you're going to get really awkward, terrible service. Me and X used to do like $5 Tuesdays at yeah. Yeah, and it's like, people go into Family Dollar at like half hour before closes. They're not going to do a lot of shopping. they're going to do the thing, right? Um, yeah, it's like the running joke. Nobody wants to go to eat at Denny's anymore, but um, you always end up at the Denny's parking lot at 3 a.m. Oh my god, that's almost worse. But it's a little bit of things that we do, right? Just it matters. Yeah, I mean, there's been times I've sent messages. I'm like, hey, about to walk into Walmart, pray for me. Yeah, I, I, I've had such bad experiences at Walmart. Just like checking out from Walmart's like, how do you make this the worst experience known to man? Like, I want three things, and I have to wait 20 minutes to check out in a self checkout line. Seriously. I mean, I remember as a kid loving Walmart because that used to be a place where you could go like video games and stuff, and it was like fun. But as an adult, like if I have to go into Walmart, I'm like, oh well. Or I can choose the other evil option and just give the money to Amazon. Yeah, Walmart in the '90s was awesome, but now it's just like I don't know what they did. No, it's somebody went and they visited Eureka, Arkansas, or the Ozarks of Arkansas, right there where yeah, um, Walmart was originally from. And it's so weird because that town does not hate Walmart at all. Like they really like the Walmart founders because the Walmart founders were like the old Sam Walmart guy was really cool. But as he phased out, they were like, you know what? We can make more money this way. But now they're like, you know what? Now we're not making money anymore. Yeah, Bentonville. But as you get around the Ozarks, there in Eureka. Yeah, 90s Walmart, Kmart. You can almost still smell the popcorn that was burning. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't blame them. And it's starting to show. I haven't had a Costco pizza in a while, but a lot of that stuff still seems to be the same. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. All of that for how karma impacts your life. Oh, yeah. It's weird how some things function. Oh, they're never doing that. I know they're not doing that. It it is hilarious to know that Costco will never do that. Yeah. I mean, they want the foot traffic because it's so much nicer for them, and they don't, and their stock can always be rotating, and they won't have to generate a store thing for themselves. Enjoy putting away the leftovers, Kelly. Because I think it's just like walking into Costco sometimes can be like overly expensive and dangerous, and you're like, oh, okay. But kind of go in there knowing that. Uh, I'm surprised Catra hasn't come back in here yet and said hello. Because I left the room and came back during the last ad break. They had to lower the desk. Yeah. No, that's kind of how I feel about it sometimes. It's like, oh, this was your chance to be nice, and it's like, calm down, right? Like, I'm not here to hurt you, but I don't. You're not supposed to be on the counter, therefore I don't let you on the counter. If you don't like that, learn. Now, if you're enjoying the game, that's your problem, but I've told you no and I've reinforced the no. Thank you for the lurk moves. Yay, be safe getting home from your soccer game. Bucks behind the tree. Thank you for the lurk, Darth Rosie. Two-hour drive. Oh my god. It's a long freaking ride. The thing. Yeah. Is it at least a travel ball team? Or club? Oh, that's right. School season. School season. That's right. Ooh, that's good. Mhm. Hello, sweetie. How are you? Oh, hello. You okay? You get your kitten out of you? Huh? Did you get your kitten out of you? Hi. How are you? That's soft buddy black. Not up there. I don't know where my werewolf brown went. Hello. How are you, sweetie? Let's not have a repeat of earlier. Okay? Love you greatly, but let's not. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. We have another hour left on stream. I think once I get done with this pot of Agrax, which has, like the last time. Catra can be so weird, right? Like she's very gentle with her paws. Like when she's playing, it's very rare for her to get the claws out on like my hand or something. Like if I'm sitting here and she really wants attention, she'll reach down and she'll lock her jaws on me, but she won't like bite for frustration. The only time she took her claws out and like scared or I don't want this is when I had a brush in my mouth one day and I was trying to get her off the desk. Um, that scared her to the point where she's like, "Excuse me, human, you can not do that again." And I'm like, "Okay." Hmm? Can I help you? Once again, you're trying to get into the paint water. No, you are not. It is 100% okay to try to teach the pet manners. It's like when I go dog sitting, it's like, "All right, dog, I'm here for you and I spend 30 minutes with you. I need you to at least eat your thing and just be chill for like this amount of time, please. I have questioned my standards many a times. Um, so I have a friend, and I would watch their pit bull every so often. Love the dog. Pit bull, great, just the dumbest, loveliest blue nosed dog you'll ever come across, straight. Like, you want to see sweet and protective and just goofy and love you to death. That dog was it. All the time, every day of the week, twice on Sunday. However, taking that dog for a walk. Hi. Yeah, because you said they were going after your toes when you were trying to sleep. Catra still does that. Not as much as she normally does, but she does chill out. Oh, because she used to like try to sleep between my neck, like between my collarbone and my neck. I'm like, this isn't gonna work forever. But eventually, she found a place to sleep. Hi. How are you? That's a big old yawn again. You had like some super runaround times after I got home from my walk. Um, my gosh, you seem to be done with my attention, so you reminded me that I need to tape this thing down so your claws don't accidentally try to pull it up again. All right. Goodbye. It's hard, but you have a right to not be bullied by your animals. Oh man, that is not going to be. So, are you gonna have to put the cat on a diet or try to put it on like an automatic feeder? Yeah. See, I'm not the given person either. And I think Katra kind of realizes that, is that there's a limit to my like patience. Like I will be as gentle and sweet with her as I can be. But when it's time to do the thing, I'm like, you gotta do the thing. Like it's a two-way street. Because when she had to get her eye medicine in, I mean, she realized at some point that I was trying to help her. But it's, you know, I still had to wrap her in a towel to give her medicine. It's rest. The artwork. Panzer Dragon Azil. Old Sega. Dang, red hair. What red hair? You say red hair, and I think of the Fall Archer. I'm like, oh god, I got to do all that hair. The horse. Yeah, red hair bothered. Like red hair is a pain. Like I have enough broken hearts due to redheads, but oh yeah, working on her hair can be. Oh goody, her hand broke. Excellent. Oh, and her hand didn't break all the way. That's good. That's fine. It glues in. I just need to. I just need to pin it. Drill in and pin it. I'm surprised that's the only piece that broke. As much as I've put pressure on these things, I'm surprised they haven't snapped yet. But yeah, her red hair is getting to me a little bit. And it's getting there, but it's just so much. Good evening, Tiny Big Horse. That like I sub-assembled her so much that I thought it would be fine, but it was so much. So much to do. How you doing tonight, Tiny? Doing all right, all right, all right. It's too fleshy. Need you to Tone back down to a purpley gray, please. Oh. How big of a nerd are you? I was drawing out to scale my ReaperCon entry and thinking about how to do it. I drew a cross section. However, this diorama piece is much bigger than I thought, and it takes up essentially the whole width. So we'll see how that works out. I want everybody and their pets to get along. Because it's so much easier when everybody gets along. Because when you have to like go out of town and like have someone look after it, you don't feel like, oh my god, they can be a lot. It's like, oh, I say that they may not want to come and take care of the animal again. It's like mm, 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 mm. No. The catcher used to do that. Um, when she wanted attention, she would try to climb my leg. She grew out of that because I started saying ouchies a lot. She goes, "Oh, you don't like that. I understand. Maybe something like that. Good day, Nate's Miniatures. How are you? How be the land of Australians? Maybe. Why is the skin tone bothering me so much? Why is it bothering me so much? Ooh, 40-degree plus heat wave. That's nice. We had I'm in America, so we had 70 degrees last weekend on one day, and then we dropped to freezing. It's like, weather, please pick a lane. Please pick a lane. Oh, there we go. Yep. Yeah. We should know better. Because Sunday I went and tore down a swing set in my backyard. It did. Yeah. When you said 40 degrees, I knew what you were meaning. This cat versus KT. Who's going to win? I know who. My money's on KT. You're good. You're good. At this point, I'm just enjoying the story of the kitty. I'm rooting for you, little guy, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're meowing up the wrong tree. Yeah. Um, he's starting to act submissive, but then goes at it again. Yeah. It's all a ploy. Yeah, because you're trying to train him like proper behavior, but it's hard. It's really hard. I use Brian wood and black. Getting to where so I do have one. I need to find it for my desk because I think it fell behind everything and pull it back out. When Catra sees it, she knows what's up. It depends what it is, right? Like River knows what's up when you change your tone of your voice quite a bit, but cats also learn the same thing. Hi, hello, hello. No, no, you can keep moving. Thank you. can hang out right over there. Thank you. Down you go. Excellent. Thank you, my love. Oh. Hey, speaking of things that know this tone, she is learning quickly tonight. Love you dearly, sweetie. But what you doing? Nice. Okay. Thank you. Hang out up there. Much appreciated, my love. Keep me safe from your little throne. There you go. Still not getting it? Sometimes I will let them just run rampant. Let them do what they want to do. Unless they're doing something really wrong. Like, Katra knows when I grab that water bottle, it is time to either move or not. Because she does know that I will squirt her with it. She does not like getting her little whiskers sprayed. Is it always the most effective? No. But she learns. And again and again and again and again. I understand. I understand, KT. But it's your last week, isn't it? For the pet sitting? How you doing, Tiny? Bringing them hearts. Loving everybody. Things kind of calming down just a little bit for you up there in Minnesota. Okay, that's good. Sometimes, KT, you got to feel like you're doing an Uncle Iroh. Be like, Zuko, what are you doing? You never think about what you're doing. You have the avatar in your possession, but you don't think about what's the next step. I'm glad to know it's chilling out just a little bit for you, Tiny. I know we're about to start doing it here. And I've been semi diligent to watch out for my neighbors a little bit more. Uh, Tiny would often be one of the people that did the patrols during ice raids and would wander about and blow a whistle. And my area is about to start ramping up, supposedly. Yeah. Yep. I've been a little bit more cautious and watching out in my neighborhood more. That's why I tend to ask Tiny how he's doing. If I see him posting on Instagram, I know he's okay. It's just, when I get to see him in chat, I always ask. Yeah. I mean, that's so my neighbor across the street's actually from Iran or Iraq, one of the two. Um, he's going down for hip surgery this weekend. And then I think and then he's going down for it. Yeah. Yeah. So when I walk around the neighborhood, I tend to keep track of some things because it's going to be really awkward one day when they do that on a TSA agent's house. Just as an FYI. So when I walk around the block, it's about half an hour to do a full walk. One of the houses redid their like driveway, and they made like this gloriously large driveway. So they got like this little horseshoe and all that stuff. I was coming home from work one day, and I saw them. I saw one of the people that live in the house, I guess, or the renters of the house. I'm not sure. Get out, and he's wearing a TSA uniform. I'm like, seriously? Aren't you supposed to live like on the south side of town? Um, because our airport's on the south side of town. Therefore, the a lot of employees of said airport live on the south side. Um, and it was just, it was eye opening to me. And it's like one day when all of this starts, firing up just a little bit more, because I've seen where some cities have started like coming up with agreements. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be no bueno. But like, I've lived across from my neighbors for 20 plus years now. Kind of like them. Kind of partial to them. Both of their sons graduated from UGA. Yeah. Yeah, it's I mean, they also got lied to and they didn't get their signing bonuses. No, they're not. No, they're not. But then again, bullies usually aren't. To go back to our earlier conversation, it's easy to be mean. It's hard to be polite. Karma comes around and finds you. They're they're being super active, aren't they? Is that they just going like constant? I need to put up my rate timer soon. It's just going to be wild what happens in the coming days. CKT, this is Katra. Katra's being very low-fi right now. Very chill. Not like the start of stream where she was like, "Excuse me, I've sniffed the catnip." Eh, I mean, the the essentially the armor's cracking and it's starting to break. At least I hope it is anyway. Hey, I just praised you, and the first thing you do is reach down and pop my brush to try to play with it. Brought a water dish up for you so you'd try to stop drinking my paint water. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. This cat is not going fun places. I mean, I feel like they all want to be brats. Uh, what happens when a brat meets a brat's force? They become bratized. Yeah. I was like, this should be your last week. And then you get to be in like your own space again with your tower. Glorious. The plants every day. Yeah, I bought some coconut topsoil thingies so I could try to get like wheatgrass going again for Catra. So I can try to put it down so she'll like maybe mellow out and play with it and be like, oh, thank you, human. But so far, this has not molded over, so I'm okay with it. Because whatever soil pucks they gave me before, every time I did it, the seeds would just not germinate, and then I would get like weird mold growing in it. Something like that. It's like a topsoil. It comes in a little dehydrated puck, and you hydrate it back up, and you get about 3/4 of cup. And it's a fluffy, airy soil, so grasses can grow with it. Yeah, it sometimes it just gets really wonky. Just kind of depends. Like maybe I was putting too much seed in there. I don't know. But we're trying this, and it seems to be working. Hmm. Try some cinnamon. Okay. Like just to shake from the container, or get like a cinnamon stick and throw it in there. Um, so I was joking one day with somebody, and I had a I needed cinnamon for something. I forget what I needed it for, but I needed cinnamon. And then I needed cinnamon stick. I think I was doing a birria. And I get the container, and it's the McCormick cinnamon sticks. And I get it, and I open it up, and I look at it, and the top of the container has 4 holes to shake it out. And I looked at it, and I said, the cinnamon sticks don't fit out of this. Can you imagine your job was to product design a top to hold a cinnamon stick, but you can't shake the cinnamon stick out without screwing the top off? Is that what I was doing? I think they're meant to be air holes. It's just you seal the package. Then you get home and it's like, I gotta take the top off anyway to get to the cinnamon stick. What's the point of the four holes at the top where you can flip it open to shake it out? They don't fit. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to tell my brother no. Apparently, Vegas is Metallica's playing at the Sphere in Vegas. I'm like, no. Well, wait. When's the Las Vegas Open? Is it in November or October? Good evening, Sharpie. How are you? I might have to check a date. We might be doing 2 conventions this year. Might do 2 conventions this year. Because Fabrizio Ruscio was teaching at LVO. And that he is one of the artists that I would pay to go learn from. A brush for hire as well, but you know. This is Demi Human Queen from Elden Ring Steamforged Games. They're one of the early foes that you can wander across. Well, Jace, I would have to get my um, uh, I'd have to get my passport updated for SMC. I don't have to have a passport to go to Vegas. Oh, okay. Welcome in, Sharpie. Unfortunately, you caught me at the end of the stream. And I do need to raid out because I do have to go to work. Dumb. Work is evil. Size on. Blades is on. Roadside's on. You're welcome. We're going to go say hello to our friend Gilded. Because I have not had a chance to raid him in quite some time. So we're going to go right into him and say hello. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We did get our Mad Pumpkin mostly done. I'm kind of like over this figure. I'm like, okay, it's done. So we'll put it in the done pile. And then we'll probably put the Demi Queen to the side for a little bit. I'm not really digging the skin tone. So we'll probably switch back to Borderlands or IDW's Batman next Wednesday. But we'll see then. Until then, everybody have a great time. Be safe, have fun, and we will see you on Friday.